One of the questions I get asked a lot, if I post too much my videos, is how did you do your hard case luggage? Well, these are awesome, and I do have a very specific way that I did them. And I figure I would take the opportunity to kind of show you a little bit of how I kind of put it together, how it fits onto the bike, some tricks, and you know what? We'll put another one on today. Let's get after it. I suppose also, it's been a while since we've been in the old garage here working on the KLR 650. So I figured I'd give you a quick snapshot of Garage 2.0. I did some cool new stuff. I built this cool new bench. It's got a nice little work area that we'll be working from today, but I also have my nice little standing bench here where we used to do all our other videos. So lots of cool stuff. Some old stuff still around, but you know, much cooler looking workshop. Anyway, let's get after this thing here. Yeah, so this thing, so this case itself is just a hard case that I purchased from Princess Auto. And I know a lot of people say, oh, Princess Auto, Harbor Freight, the quality's not so great, but you know what, man? This thing has taken a beating or two and has come out surviving quite well. And if you wait, you'll end up seeing this on sale. Instead of it being regular, like I think $79, it'll be down to like $45 after tax. But the whole method for this thing, it lies really within this bracket here. Now, this bracket comes with a kit that I bought for my Tusk Pilot Pannier bag luggage. It came with a racking kit, but the racking kit, which is fantastic, by the way, it comes with this like bracket here that clips onto the racking that goes onto the KLR 650, and essentially it gives you all this hardware so you can just mount it. So what I ended up having to do is I just used like a silver Sharpie and made an outline, and the gap here is judged based on fitment, and from there you just drill some holes, put the hardware in, and away you go. A couple cool things. This little hole right here is used for a securing, little securing knob that once you get it locked in onto the racking, you do it. So there are some things for this if you're doing it. Right here, here, and here, I had to take a Dremel and take away some of this plastic because you can see there's like this ribbing right here, here, and here. If you want the bracket to lay flush, which you do, you have to kind of Dremel that away. But other than that, I mean, it just goes in. I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. So yeah, here it is inside. So you can see that comes with a little bit of a support brace. That actually comes with the kit. After that, it's just using the hardware that they give you. They give you all these little bits and stuff here that you can put on. And it keeps it quite secure. It is waterproof to some degree. You know, I've never really had water problems with this at all. There is a gasket on this here that you can use to close it up. And it just closes up like that. So the way I found out where to put this bracket here and how much to let it hang down at the bottom, it will hang down at the bottom, is basically I put it up against the rack once the rack was installed for my Pilot Pannier bags, and I just moved it up and down to find out whatever I like best. The way it installs is you latch these two down, you push this in, you pull this cord, and away you go. I like to give it a little, you know, bang for the buck there to make sure it's secure, but I have it opening up this way. I found when I tried to do it the other way, it opening was inhibited by the hand guard here, or the little handhold, so it didn't work out well. So I like it opening like this. And then there's like a little knob. It fell on the floor earlier. Yeah, so the knob just looks like this. Again, this comes with the package. And what you do is you put it in here, and like it just seats inside itself, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, do you see it right there? And then it just secures on, and that's kind of like a lifeline almost, right? And then it just secures it on. So if something happens with the bracket itself, you know, you still got that right there working for you. So that's very awesome. One of the issues that a lot of people run into with this install is this little gap right here. So it's hard to tell, but there's a gap right here, and that moves a little bit. It's kind of frustrating sometimes, but there's a way to fix that. Yeah, that's it. You just bend that thing out a little bit, and then it adds a little bit of reinforcement on that lower bar section of the rack. Pretty awesome stuff. That I still say, I have a review video for those Tusk Pilot pannier bags that goes into this a little bit more and shows you what it looks like before it's all assembled a little tiny bit. I don't think I ever went into big detail of actually making that on video, but I'll do that today. The final piece of the puzzle is yet another Princess Auto hard case. This is going to go on the back. Now, I've always wanted to do this. Brandon, you probably know from other adventures on the channel, has had one of these forever. And I've been reluctant to get it because, you know, for me on the back of the bike, I like to have a little bit of a soft luggage. So I have the original KLR luggage on the back that I use because it's expandable and collapsible. But, you know, I'd like to have something that I could throw on the back of the bike and just keep some knickknacks in it. You know, not going on very far, or even if I just want to run this and then not the side bags for a little bit of a narrow trail ride, it's going to be great. And again, you know what? Princess Auto stuff is awesome. Again, this is the same kind of idea. If you wait long enough, they'll have like a price wrecker or something like that. In this case, it'll come up for like 45 bucks. So bide your time, you know, go on your little Princess Auto walkabouts. I do that, and you know, that's like a little tradition for me. Like every 2 weeks on payday, I'll go out to Princess Auto and I'll go on a little walkabout and I'll be like, I got 30 bucks. 30 bucks to buy a cool new tool. That's where this thing came from. That's where this whole little rack came from. All these little cutting boards. Even this little stool, you know, this stool here, it's like an old tractor seat. It's really awesome. That came from a, you know, a bi-weekly Princess Auto walkabout. I recommend them. Go get a coffee, have a fun time. Yeah, so let's have a look at how we want to do this. The idea is basically that I want to put this on here in such a way that I can also take it off quite easily. So that's going to mean essentially putting, and forgive me for still having the sticker on there. I hate taking this stuff off. You know what? Doesn't matter. But I'm going to use rivet nuts. And I'm going to put holes in, 1, 2, 3, 4, quite close together. I know further spread apart would probably be better. But the area that I have on the back rack to do this isn't actually very much. So we have to have them pretty tight. We'll see. We'll figure out where that's going to lie. But rivet nuts on the rack, and then hardware will go in through the middle. I'm just going to use some like hex bolts on this, not hex top bolts, but like hex, like Allen key, Allen wrench type bolts for it. So what's a rivet nut? A rivet nut is this thing. I have a bunch laid out already, right here. And the idea is that you drill a hole to the diameter of this rivet nut, and then you place it through, and then you use like a little riveting gun, which is not a gun. It's more of like a just kind of a weird tool. And you thread this on, and somehow, I don't know, I think it's the other way. Use this all at once. Yeah. Thread this on, and then, you know, you squeezes it in and it crushes it up. And then it looks something like that right here. So you would put it down through, get your rivet gun in there, and then squeeze, and then it just kind of bonds it onto that. And then once you have that in there, you just throw your bolt in, screws down whatever you want. So it's still some hardware to remove. I think later on I might try to get another one of those, like those little knobby things. But the thing is with the knob, like, I mean, if you have a knob sticking up, you're taking up space in it. So I like these little, you know, mushroom head Allen key bolts. These are again left over from these are left over from, I think, the racking kit. So another kudos for the racking kit. Part of me really wants to just like clamp it on here and just send it 4 holes right through everything as it stands, but I'm worried about that because, like, The rivet bolts, or the rivet nuts, whatever they're called, they need a flat surface to mate to. So they have to, there's like a lot of different contours and things on this rack back here that they can get messed up on. And so I kind of want to take this off, flip it over, put it on the bottom of this in a weird way, and see if I can drill down using the drill press here right through both of them at the same time. Works. Look at that. So now I got it off. And we can just like put it on the bottom. Isn't that cool how this does this? One of the coolest parts of the KLR is how like easy it is to take it apart and figure out how it works. I love that. You know, you don't have to disconnect all the stuff. You can just take this off and then bolt stuff to it. All right, so the case is gonna sit here so I can open it from the back like Brandon's. It's always just good securing stuff down. So it might stay, it might not. There we go, boom. So now that I have this flipped over, I can do a couple last minute alignment checks. But I think at this point, what I do is I just, you know, slam some bolts into this baby. All right, so here we are. So the idea, and it goes, zip it on, and away we pull. So we don't want to do too much because it'll break the plastic, but I know that this plastic is good for it. All right, not too shabby. One of them didn't turn out that great, but the rest of them I'm pretty confident with. Let's mount it back up into the KLR and then complete our little project. I love that thing though, for sure. I got that, it's DeWalt. It's just an impact driver, so it's not like an actual impact wrench. I'm gonna get one of those eventually, but I got that at the pawn shop for like 80 bucks. Came with the battery and a charger. Pawn shop finds are some of the best you can find. So we have the full KLR 650 hard case luggage on now. The package is complete. The Princess Auto system for hard luggage. Oh man, it looks pretty slick. I'm always wondering, now I can just stash my coffee kit in there. I can throw like my hat in, you know, maybe a jacket or something like that in addition to all this other stuff. It sits on there pretty good. The alignment came out good. I set it back a little bit because you know how I like to have that bedroll right here. That'll give me the room for it if we want to do some moto camping with this, which I think we will. Yeah, so another great Princess Auto find realized into a cool project. I love doing that kind of stuff. It's super fun. And it's been a while since we've been out in the garage. It's been good to get back at it for a little while here, Island Riders. I hope you're having a good time. If you have a better idea, let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to get other people's takes on how these little things go. This is going to work for me, I think, for now, until it doesn't. And if it doesn't, well, away she goes. But I hope you're having a great season. I hope you're having a great ride season wherever you're riding. If you are riding on the trails, if you're working in the garage, you're getting ready for some winter, I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're riding safe. Until next time we meet, be it in here, out on the trails, or out on the road, ride safe.